The Midday Mix on Mix 93.8.
Business Boost is brought to you by Mix 93.8 and the National Small Business Chamber, turning small business into big business.
Joining us on the line, Mike Anderson, CEO and founder of NSBC Africa. It's the Business Boost. Mike, welcome back. How are you, sir?
Damian, all good, thank you. I hope the same with you.
Yeah, no complaints on my side. Now, today we're going to be talking about startups, and my first question is, and this is something that's quite well known, is the fact that a lot of startups fail and eventually, are no more. Why is this that so many, of these startups begin, but then they just kind of fall into obscurity or no longer carry on?
Oh yeah, David, it's a big question. It's a huge answer. The thing is, starting a business is a lot harder than most people think, and really is a business so in tune with its niche that it can float along with minimal effort. But of course, the question is, why do so many businesses fail?
Yeah.
For that matter, how many of them actually do fail? Well, we do know a significant amount, and far too many fail, and far too many reach that first 1,000-day threshold. And the reasons run deep, Damian.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I've heard quite a few times, that 1,000-day threshold. Why is that the kind of litmus test for success when it comes to startups?
Well, the thing is, if you look at the reasons why SMEs fail, and let me delve into that quickly, and I think one can understand that.
Yeah.
And the big thing is, one needs to really understand the potential pitfalls before one takes that leap.
Yeah.
Look, entrepreneurship and running your business is incredibly rewarding, and it's almost unmatched in my opinion. But look, we don't want to hit that wall and go down if we don't need to. So let's look at some of the key reasons. Now, Damien, if you poll former business owners, you'll get a wide variety of reasons as to why their businesses have failed. So let's touch on a couple, if you don't mind me.
Yeah.
First of all, the money runs out. This widely given reason doesn't really explain why businesses have failed. The money ran out because it stopped coming in. And so why did the cash flow dry up? Well, first of all, was it due to poorly managed costs or because sales weren't high enough? Now, Dave, if you can recall, we've done many discussions over sales and going out there and finding big customers, concluding big deals. But it's, of course, sales is one thing, but also it's your costs, so those two. So those are one of the key reasons. But, of course, then it's the wrong market. Too many people try to start a business targeting everyone as their demographic. This doesn't work out well. Next, they try to target everyone in their own town. Again, too broad. The more narrowly defined your niche is, the easier it will be to market to the right audience. Imperative point. The next one is also key. Lack of research, Damien. You have to know what your customers want. Too many would-be entrepreneurs go into the market thinking that they have a great service or product to offer, but they fail to realize that nobody wants that service or product until it's too late. Then this is a big one in society, as we know, bad partnerships. Often when starting a business, a partner is needed. One of you is an expert in one area, and the other is an expert in another one. Your ideas for the company will conflict, and without a clear resolution, it starts internal strife. Ultimately, the business dissolves because the partnership didn't work. By having a clear business plan that lays out the duties of each partner, you can avoid most conflicts before they even arise. Then importantly, marketing. This is a big one too. Bad marketing. It could be said that a business boils down to two aspects, marketing and bookkeeping. The sad truth is that most entrepreneurs know their craft and little else. Instead of fumbling through your marketing campaign, hire out that aspect of your business if it's needed. It costs money, but if done right, it will bring in much more than what you spent. Then finally, of course, not an expert. Too many entrepreneurs start their business because they need a job, which is not a bad idea in the first place. They have a vague idea of what they are doing, and they think that because they're better than their peers, they should be making a living doing it. The sad truth is that, Damien, without business skills and real expertise, these entrepreneurs are destined to struggle.
Yeah, I mean, those are some really great, some great insight into why those don't work, and I think that can flow quite nicely into maybe some tips on how to avoid failure and the closing of the business.
Let's put the negative side behind us and let's look into the positive side. So, look, it seems that most businesses are destined for failure, but that doesn't have to be the case. The statistics, as mentioned earlier, are high. But the thing is, if we understand what the potential pitfalls are, we can change that. So, of course, but there are key points to embrace right off the bat. Let me touch on a couple here. First of all, set goals. Know exactly where you need to be and where you want to be. Without a goal, you're just wandering aimlessly. Importantly, again, I touched on this. Research. Know everything about your market. Know what customers want. Know what they will pay. Know their desires and what makes them tick. The more you know, the more you can pitch to them. Then, of course, I've touched on this many times. I do a lot of talks around this. Love your work. If you don't love what you do, it will show. You must be passionate about your business, or it will just be another job. Then finally, don't quit. No matter how great of a business you have, you're going to have downtimes. There will be periods when things are dragging along and you question your decision to embark on this path. This is a time to put in extra hours, press harder, and make it work.
100%. So what's the bottom line? Going over the negatives, going over what you can do. What is the bottom line?
Damian, the bottom line is many startups fail within the early years, indicating that many things need to go right for a business to succeed. Fortunately, you can be one of those that thrive in the first year. To do this, you need to follow the tips and discussed. Importantly, you have to test your idea, do your homework, and make sure it will work before you jump in with both feet.
Thank you so much for your insights as always, Mike. We really do appreciate it. And I hope you have a fantastic week. We'll catch up with you again next Tuesday.
I look forward, Damon. Thank you very much.
Stay well. If you'd like some more info from Mike and the guys over at, whatever to do with business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether, you're looking at becoming one, whether you're currently one, NSBC Africa is the place to go. You can go to www.nsbc.africa.
The Midday Mix on Mix 93.8.